So, playing Valkyria Chronicles today. Kind of in a bad mood today, but you know, whatever. Just trying to do something to take my mind off of it. So, let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? Take a look at my options, see what's going on here. Normal. Subtitle, sure. Okay, good. All wonderful stuff.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Alright, new episode. So, as you can see, there's the prologue, we can watch that again, all that sort of stuff. And then there's new. So, I won't talk too much about this, because I know quite a bit extensively about Valkyria Chronicles, up to 3. And, if anybody has any questions and they're in the chat, feel free to answer those as best I can. Hold on just a minute, I just want to make sure this is working real quick. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, you can leave comments or whatever, and I'll try to get to those. I think I'm active. But then again, I'm not too sure. I think I'm good, but we'll take a look later. Anyway, so let's get back to it, shall we?
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa! Already? Hey there, guys! You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
Alright, so as you can see, Welkin's a big old dweeb. Decided to go back to Brule after a long time and kind of gets captured by the town watch. Fun stuff. And actually, hold on just a minute. I gotta do something real quick. Bloop. Okay. Kind of. Hold on. Gonna have to minimize that. There we go. Let's view another episode, shall we?
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Alright. Yes, thank you. Alright. So, we don't necessarily need to save quite yet. But we're going into our first battle, so let's see how this goes, shall we? Get these invaders out of our hometown, shall we?
Okay, here's the plan.
Do tell. Imperial scouts are approaching Brule. Deploy here, take out all three of them. So basically, anyone dies, you lose. 20 turns pass, you lose. And we're probably going to use one. So, let's see.
Get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
Yes, thank you, Alicia.
see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
Do. What'd I say? Command mode, yep. Use command points. Let's try moving a unit, yep. Again, basic stuff. So, let's start with what we know here. So we have our map, and we can see based on the arrows which way everybody's looking. So Welkin's looking this way, I think this is Alicia here. Alicia's looking that way, and then we have random town watchmen. So the enemy's looking backwards for whatever reason. Not exactly sure why, but he is. And the other 2 are looking straight at us, so, you know, that's cool. As you can see, there's the windmill up on the hill. You can see this is a downward slope, all that sort of stuff. And up in the top left, you can see what turn it is, and then next to that you see command points. So that's how many turns I get, and we'll discuss this later. And as you can see, Welkin's got his HP bar, and then below that is a yellow bar. And what the yellow bar is how far Welkin can move per turn. And that'll lower each time you use him consecutively in a round. So I'll show you here. Let's get this started. Yep, right there. Action points will gradually decrease. Once it reaches 0, the unit will be unable to move any further. Yes, thank you. Alright. RB. Yep, target. Snap between targets. Weak points. They may launch a counterattack. All that sort of stuff. We'll get into that later. Again, a lot of that's not going to be an issue here. So, as you can see, he's facing backwards. That kind of gives me an attack bonus. Got to fine-tune the shot here. There we go. So if we shoot the back of his head, he should go down in 2 hits. Now if I shoot his body, it'll be 7 hits. And normally I'd want to get closer, but let's see. Let's try our luck here. Alright, not too bad. So already performed an attack. Target mode will enable act further. And basically what this is saying is that you can't shoot twice for any movement. So you can do 1 action per turn. And we'll get to that later, but let's get across this bridge, shall we? Again, I don't like wasting my turns. This is going to explain the cover mechanic. Press A to crouch. Units are harder to target, take less damage, and are immune to headshots. So that's going to be important. Like, even if they have a shot on your head while you're behind cover, it won't count as a headshot because you're behind cover. So using cover is kind of important, especially in later rounds. But for right now, we can just gun it. Let's do it. Again, like right here. Then I can press B and current action. Done. Alright, but as you can see, so Welkin's health gone down a little because he was shot, but his AP is also now a lot smaller than what it was.
Ready to go.
So let's see what our action is here. And again, I can auto-lock and then just fine-tune from there, but let's go ahead and... Okay, 2 shots. If the body's 7, okay. Let's see if we can hit him, shall we? Ooh, that was bad. Alright, so I'm going to have to do something super gutsy here. Hopefully this will work out in my favor. Alright. So, now we're going to move on. Try one more time with Welkin here. Again, they're shooting me up, but they aren't doing a lot of damage, so not a big deal. Snap back to you, shall we? Now, I'm hoping to kill this guy, so I need to hopefully get this shot. Okay.
Yes.
And again, I'll explain the reticles a little bit later. But, yeah, so we're just gonna basically get up in this dude's grill. Enemy phase begins, blah 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 blah. And you're gonna see why in here in just a second. Let's go ahead and end. Alright, now Welkin gets to counterattack since he survived. Bam. Downed.
I don't see any more of them.
Alright, so this is the victory screen. And basically, because the enemy unit hadn't done their turn yet, which was what they were doing right there as their counterattack, it still counts as turn 1. So a player move and then an enemy move counts as one turn. So what I wanted to do is make sure that all three of them got down on the first turn. And since I messed up that second shot, or Vulcan did, rather, it wasn't going to work out in my favor unless that unit died on that turn. So I wanted to make sure that he at least got him on the counterattack, and being as close as possible kind of makes that thing. And you'll notice that when I was running up on some units, they were firing at me even though I was running and it was my turn. And because I was in range and they were able to see me, they were firing at me. So that's going to be important later on too, so just keep that in mind. And I got an A rank, so woohoo! First A rank, let's go on. Alright, more story, let's get into it.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the third month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
All right.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
As you can see, this is basically a storybook sort of setup, and it'll become more obvious as to why that is later on, but for right now, we're just following along with the story. As you can see, if I go into the menu, I can save, I can select a tab, anything I want. I can even go back and redo chapters, so that's going to be important if I want to go and do, like, A ranks on some old missions. But for right now, let's just continue on.
Seeing that old mill spinning again really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I hear that. It really is one of the most beautiful things about this town. Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
How's the packing coming along, Ys?
Almost done. I only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Martha, look! Welks is here!
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old. And more important, you shouldn't be running around. Aren't you due any day now?
A light jog won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you here?
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Really? These are for me?
I work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, all right? I baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed. Best you ever had.
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
Arrested and shot at? You've had a busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies? And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What? Wait, no, it's not like that. Alicia just saved my skin, that's all.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero. Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
Oh, well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
That's a lovely portrait. Is that General Gunther?
Yep. It was taken before I was born. But that's Dad.
That's Dad? You're a lucky guy. And who's that with him, there?
My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his creation.
Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad.
My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
Sorry, was that question too personal?
No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers. Yeah, I guess you were, huh? Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going. Why don't you see her off, Welks? I can take care of the rest of this on my own.
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
Alright, new episode. Hold on, everybody, just a minute. I'm still here, just fiddling around with some other things going on. Let's see. Alright, so still working on some things. Hold on. Whew. Gotta go to my channel. Okay. Pop out. Alright, so back to it. Continuing on. I hope. Oh, did I freeze it up? I hope not. There we go. Much better.
Look at this. Bruhl's really becoming a ghost town.
They've been leaving for a while. Just about everyone is evacuated by now. You can't blame them. Tensions are rising with the Empire. We'll survive. The Town Watch will guard and protect the home front. Everyone will come back someday. They'll come back when it's safe again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Welkin, I'm curious. Are you gonna join the army like your father?
I don't think that's for me. What I'd really like to do is be a teacher.
Huh. A teacher?
Yeah. Animals and insects, flowers and plants, they've always been my passion. I've learned a lot from nature. You see, my dad, he protected this country as a general, but it's just that I want to give back in my own way. My own way. You know what I mean?
I think I do. You're sure about it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's deep. In your own way. Ah! What was that?
That sound. I don't believe it. The mill. Miss Melchior,
The Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Get all the town watch together now. We've got to fend them off.
They must be at Mill Plaza. I'll help.
Thanks, Welkin. Now move out. Stay low.
Alright. Now there's artillery and all that sort of stuff coming into town. I guess they really want Brule for whatever reason, but we're gonna find out why. So, let's defend the town, shall we?
I'll explain the mission.
Please do. So basically the same as before, except now we have to kill the enemy leader, and if Vulcan or Alicia dies, we lose. Here, 20 turns pass. So, again,
Okay, let's begin.
we
It's up to
probably...
us to defend Brule.
Thank you, Alicia. Anyway, so it probably won't take that many, but we're gonna do this.
Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
All right, I got it. Let's all be careful out there.
Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Alright, so as you can see, pretty much the same setup as before, but you'll notice that I only see 2 units. And the reason is because my line of sight only has those 2 units visible. So, we actually need to get up in this area, but as we get there, you'll see that more units pop up. So let's start, and we'll use Alicia this time.
My turn, okay?
And you may notice something interesting that'll happen. If I can get it to activate. There we go. Alright, so basically all that was explaining was what I was trying to explain before. So I have 5 shots. It'll take 2 if I hit his head. But if I look down, it'll be 7. And that orange circle is actually where my bullets will or could possibly go. So it is very possible that I could miss all of these shots and they go right into the fence if I aim for his head. If I aim for the body, it's safer, but it takes 7 shots to kill from there. So it's better to just go for the headshot and hope that these centralized shots will be there. The red crosshairs mean that's the most likely area it'll go, but again, it could go right out into the orange range and completely miss. So let's see how this goes. Bam. Again, you'll notice that the 5th shot there was kind of important.
Enemy unit spotted.
Alright, you'll see that a new unit showed up on the map. So that'll be important. Well, let's focus on Alicia again. Get her in auto-aim mode, and as you can see, I can switch my weapons. And for people in cover, as you can see, I can shoot at him, and I can aim at his head, but nothing changes because he's crouched. So we're gonna get him out of cover with this grenade here. And we're actually gonna ignore this other guy here because I really don't care about him. We're just gonna move on up.
Enemy unit spotted.
Alright, and as you can see, I'm kind of in the thick of it here, but that's okay. Let's see, so that's the enemy leader right there. And I've got everybody facing towards Alicia, which is fine. So now we're going to try and use Welkin. Let's see if we can get him up there.
Ready to go.
If I can't, then I'll try to do something else, but hopefully I can get him there and this won't be a problem. So yeah, now he's turned around, he's looking at me. And they have an awareness too, so... Again, you don't necessarily want to do this in a combat situation, but for the sake and purposes of this game, we're gonna make this work. Oh gosh, he does not have any grenades. Well, that sucks. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna have him go for this scout here. We'll get him in cover and that'll be good.
Yes.
I keep pressing start instead of B, so that's also lagging my time a little bit. But that's okay. So hopefully we can kill them all in this turn. If they try to attack, that is. And they might. So Alicia didn't take a lot of damage there because she's in cover, which is good. Oh, okay, so he ended his turn. That's fine. One, two, three, four, five, all solid hits. Welkin's got the beat on him. Oh, shooting at Alicia again. There we go, and he's down, because Welkin and Alicia both got the shots on. There goes their main unit again. Come on, Welkin, you can do it! Oh, okay, he's gonna try it. Let's see. Oh, and he's down! Perfect. Alright, that's exactly what we wanted. Turn 1 victory again.
What's that?
Sounds like a tank.
Welkin, tank!
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
Vulcan reaches the destination is the new victory condition. And this is actually a fairly simple victory condition, because all he's got to do is get to that location over there where the flag is, right here. So, let's try and do it. Let's do a run and gun, shall we?
Here we go.
And the tank always does this stupid thing where it ends up in this position, so it's not exactly brilliant. Again, this guy's blocking me.
Yes.
Can he do it? Oh, I got stuck. Alright, so to help out, since he's almost dead, we're almost there, so all I have to do is kind of focus everybody's attention away from Vulcan and I can do this.
Okay?
So, let's try and do it, shall we? Woo! Again, I'm being a little gung-ho, but that's okay. Again, if you're going for A ranks, you kind of have to be at this point. Now, what you don't want to do is, there is friendly fire, so I can shoot Vulcan if I miss. But, hopefully we won't have that problem here. And as a counter, I'm also going to have Alicia start a stand guard here. So, alright, this is gonna be a stretch, but let's do it. I can make it! Oh, nope, I failed. Alright, that's fine. Again, I'm trying to work with these new controller schematics, so let's try this again. Again, dying's fine. I can just reset the battle.
Our target.
Oh shoot. Okay, so I have to redo it from the beginning, but that's all right. So yeah, let's not fuck around this time. All right.
My turn, okay?
We're just gonna go straight for the general and forget it. And again, since Alicia's the only one with the grenade, we're gonna make this work.
Got it.
Gosh, I was so close last time too. It's just Vulcan got stuck on the geometry. Alright, let's get you out of there, shall we? And dead. Alright. And we can pretty much skip the next part, so it's not a big deal. Commander's dead. There we go. Skipped. Again, sorry about last time, because, again, I was hoping that would work, but I just failed. Failed miserably. And honestly, unlike the first mission, I'm not exactly happy about that, but okay. It's fine. And again, always goes for that unit. Completely ignores the other two, which doesn't make too much sense, but they do it anyway, just because it's funny, I guess. That takes you a little bit farther than I remember. Ah, that's alright. We can live with that. Welcome tank, yes, no good, blah, okay. Alright, let's not mess this up, shall we?
Ready to go.
And, oh yeah, okay, so yeah, my extra commands from the last turn actually carried over, so now I have 5 movements instead of just the regular 3. I completely forgot about this because they're all tied into the same mission. So you know what? We're just gonna have Vulcan clean house.
Yes.
Again, this will be trickier for him to move later in the game, but for right now, let's just go ahead and have him get rid of these guys, get them out of the way. Alright, here's the part where it counts. Again, if I go over cover, it doesn't diminish my AP for that movement, so... There we go.
Phew. Looks like we shook him. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the Town Watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away. I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
Whew! Alright.
Chapter 2. Escape from Brule.
Already into Chapter 2? Good lord, we're just speeding along. I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, sorry about that last chapter. I really just messed up there, because I completely forgot that it's not start anymore, it's B to fucking end my command, and I was just like, fumbling with my controller for a bit. But that's okay. I got it down now, I think. Let's get on.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Oop.
Martha!
What's her problem? Is she pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now!
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
Then that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. PU. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Welks, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Alright, new episode added. So, yeah, we're not even at an hour yet, so you know what, let's keep going for now.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much, hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right, Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
Alright, so a lot happened in the last two scenes. Again, I have to question because Martha says she has, what, 4 other children or something like that? And I have no idea where the heck those children are. Like, are they grown up? Did she have them and they just ran off? I don't know. But anyway, so Martha's in the tank. We have a tank. And apparently it's a one-of-a-kind and better than even the recent military, so I have to wonder in the old war how well it really was, because if it worked a lot better than those tanks, good lord, I can only imagine. So, anyway, so a lot happened, and for the fact that he had a tank driving course in high school just blows my mind. Like, I would have died for that friggin' course in high school. I don't know about anybody else, but an engineering class or a tank class, that would have been super helpful. Just like for accreditations or anything like that. Something to put on a resume. Like, man, I drove a tank in high school. But anyway, we're going to continue on.
Here's the brief for this operation.
Enemy tank is destroyed. So basically, just keep everybody alive and then destroy the tank when you can.
Alright, let's begin. We've got to stop them here.
Again, there's not a lot we can do to stop the tank right now, but you'll see why.
If this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away. Got a second? Listen close and I'll explain.
Again, who's she talking to? The Town Watch? Me? I don't know. Am I like a part of this world somehow? I have no idea. And selecting crouch, units' defenses are maximized. Yes. Contrarily, this means that enemies hiding behind cover are well protected and more difficult to defeat as well. Hand grenades is used. Its explosive power can destroy sandbags, which is super important. So use them wisely. Each player phase units will recover 1 hand grenade. So every time a turn is over, you recover 1 hand grenade. Again, the main gate is what we're defending here. And as you can see, we've got shock troopers and a light tank. Now the shock trooper is a new unit, but it's basically the superior anti-personnel unit. And it's a mid-range unit. Scouts are more like a long-range, sort of almost sniper-esque unit. But they have a longer vision plane, and they have a farther sight for shooting targets than shock troopers or any other target. So I'll get to that here in a minute. And again, I don't want to focus on the town watchmen, so we'll just leave them there at the gate.
Enemy sighted.
Oop. Actually, I think I want to go around here. Here we go. So yeah, let's get around the back road here.
Sighted. Enemy sighted.
As you can see, we're kind of surrounded by enemies at this point.
Enemy sighted.
This is kind of where I want to be. This is almost exactly where I want to be.
My turn, okay?
Now this is going to get a little bit trickier as far as we go on, but let's get rid of this elite unit here. As you can see, because he's got a star next to his name, the scout, it means he's a commander. So we want to get rid of these guys as quick as possible. Or fail miserably like I just did.
Enemy unit spotted.
Alright, now here's where the tricky part comes in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a grenade, and hopefully I'm going to kill all 4 of these units in one go. So, let's see if we can do it, shall we? I gotta account for the bounce, too. So, let's do it!